Welcome to the Official Personality Guru. While knowing someone's personality type can help to understand them better, other things can affect someone's behavior. Some people are going to behave differently depending on how well they have developed certain functions in their stack. For some, growing up sheltered can cause them to focus too much on their dominant functions, and so they struggle to develop other parts of themselves and grow in healthy ways. Being sheltered separates people from the world around them, and so their views can sometimes be altered because of this. Being sheltered from a young age can certainly be a negative thing for the INTP personality type. This version of the INTP becomes so trapped inside of their inner world that they struggle to connect with other people entirely. The sheltered INTP has not learned to develop their weaker functions. So, understanding emotions and responding to people with understanding isn't something they have likely learned how to do. This can cause the INTP to seem cold or extremely awkward around other people. This is why being sheltered for a long time can certainly be difficult for them as they get older. And so, the INTP will have to learn how to develop these functions later on. Today, let's talk about the INTP sheltered and what being sheltered does to the INTP personality. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to the Official Personality Guru and ring the bell icon to get regular updates on our latest uploads. And if you like this video, click the thumbs up button and share it with your friends. You tend to experience a feeling of emptiness when you search for truth but only find more and more questions. Certainly, the quest for truth excites you. You want to know what the meaning of life is, whether a religion is true or false, whether there's certainly in anything. But at the same time, you can feel an increasing lack of meaning as more and more belief systems come up the void for you. You also tend to feel empty when you're surrounded by people who only care about surface level things, focusing on celebrity gossip, fashion, or the concrete details of life tends to make you drained. Participating in these conversations can feel like swimming upstream in a hurricane. The sheltered INTP. For the INTP, who has been sheltered most of their lives, it becomes truly difficult to connect with others or understand them. INTPs don't naturally find it easy to understand the emotions or feelings of other people, as this is their weakest function. Since they are not naturally aware of the feelings of those around them, it is something the INTP often has to develop over time. The INTP who want to focus on personal growth and want to work towards improving themselves will certainly end up with a much stronger understanding of the people around them. The mature INTP can connect with emotions much better, at least enough to appreciate the best way to show support towards someone. When they have been sheltered and haven't been exposed to these challenges much, they don't realize that this is something they need to work on. The INTP becomes completely focused on facts and logic, and so this distances them from understanding human nature and how people's emotions will affect them and their choices. Instead, they will be extremely distant from feelings and not want to deal with someone upset. The sheltered INTP might not know how to show a sense of compassion or even sympathy for someone emotional or upset. This makes it truly hard for the sheltered INTP to make the right connections or for people to want to get closer to them. They will either completely avoid emotional situations or will be very harsh in how they deal with them. When someone is being emotional, the INTP just looks to solve the problem logically, and this can cause them to say hurtful things without intending to. They often don't even realize they are being hurtful since they are so focused on facts. The sheltered INTP is also distanced from their own emotions and tries to replace those inner feelings with facts and logic instead. This can cause their sense of logic and reason to become skewed as they struggle to process their feelings healthily. Some INTPs who are very sheltered can become completely unaware of how to deal with social situations because they become so caught up in their rich inner minds. and the world around them becomes far less interesting. They spend time inside of their thoughts and inner imagination, and this causes them to become so disconnected from their physical self. The sheltered INTP might not properly care for their health because of this and will spend too much time inside of their thoughts trying to analyze things. They might become socially awkward without many frames of reference on how to respond to people in social situations. This isn't a normal trait for INTPs, as when they learn to strengthen those weaker functions, they become much more connected to the people around them and can be welcoming to certain social interactions. The sheltered INTP, however, is so hyper-focused on logic and their desire to analyze and uncover the truth that everything else becomes much less important to them. In this case, their personal growth suffers since they are in their comfort zones far too much and don't know how to venture outside of this. They won't enjoy being around people all that much. Instead, they prefer to remain inside of their bubble, instead of taking chances on making connections. The INTP might find themselves cold and distant from most people they meet or encounter in life. How about you? Do you have any ideas on what being sheltered does specifically to the INTP or any other personality types? Be sure to watch until the end and share your experience for a chance to have your comment pinned. The healthy INTP. While even the healthy INTP isn't naturally connected to their own emotions or the emotions of others, that doesn't mean they don't develop these abilities. Over time, they're often very capable of understanding the feelings of others and can listen to them and show support. INTPs can be very caring people and want to do whatever they can to help the people they love. They want to find ways of solving their problems and showing their support. Sometimes, they're willing to do this in an emotional sense. While these feelings can be difficult for the INTP to process, as they grow and mature, they can certainly develop much better. The healthy INTP truly wants to grow as a person and enjoys the idea of pushing themselves to improve. The healthy INTP enjoys stepping outside of their comfort zones and doesn't like feeling a sense of stagnancy. They will challenge things that seek to control them or keep them feeling trapped in the same position. The healthy INTP balances TI with objective intuition or NE and objective feeling or FE. This allows him or her to bring their ideas out into the world and experiment with them tangibly. It allows them to emphasize with others and communicate their ideas in a way that people can relate to. When INTPs repress NE and FE, their second and fourth functions, they can avoid situations and mindsets that would encourage personal growth. They get caught in a self-serving cycle of subjective logic and experiential data that supports their logic. They can resign themselves to being alone and they may feel unappreciated or feel that they are the only ones who care about the truth. They may shy away from new experiences, new ideas, or the feelings and needs of other people. They become increasingly reclusive and lonely and set in their ways, and can seem more like unhealthy SI users than auxiliary NE users. Before we continue, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give us a like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the Official Personality Guru for more amazing videos. Don't forget to ring the bell icon to stay updated with our content. The grip stress INTP. INTPs who are experiencing extreme or chronic stress may fall into the grip of their inferior function, extroverted feeling. When this happens, their other functions become less conscious and they seem as if they are not themselves. If you suddenly see an INTP flip a switch and behave uncharacteristically, they may be experiencing grip stress. INTPs who are normally logical, objective, and self-contained can become increasingly emotional, self-critical, edgy, and prone to outbursts when in the grip of extroverted feelings. Their normal logic mindset can become muddled and they may struggle to see things impersonally.